Ba 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 da ba ba.
Hello, man babies. Roundhead Ruin Johnson here with another video. I'm so happy today to be speaking to you all, and very interesting topic today because there's lots going down on Twitter about Game of Thrones, and some people are suggesting that perhaps Game of Thrones has done a bit of a Ruin Johnson. Okay. Well, we'll certainly look into that. I mean, as you know, Earl Ruin is working closely with Benioff and Weiss, and we will be producing a trilogy, and you can only imagine the fabulous content and storylines we'll be giving you when our trilogy airs. Some of you saying old Ruin's been given the tic tac, the old sack, but not true. Ruin will be here for many years to come, ruining Star Wars one movie at a time. Anyway, back to the question in point, Game of Thrones, and let's delve in and see what the reactions have been on Twitter. Let's have a look. Okay, so first up, it's our old friend Adam Lance Garcia. Old Adam, shilling hard, desperate to make this year's Shill Awards, but so he didn't seem to react very well. He said, "I am not okay with what they've done with Danny." Oh, Adam. Now, kind of ironic, Adam, because you've been having a go at everyone who didn't like what we did with Luke Skywalker, but all of a sudden it happens with another character and you're not okay. Very interesting. And then Adam followed that up with, great. Now the anti-Last Jedi crowd are using Dany's villainous turn in Game of Thrones as a way to troll about Luke's redemptive arc. I'll be addressing that in a moment. Not everything is about you, dude bros. Now, Adam, you've used the old tactic of assuming that everyone who's not happy with The Last Jedi is a dude and a bro, or as I like to call them, a man baby. Well done, Adam. We do appreciate you and your sexism. Top marks. And who else do we have complaining about Game of Thrones? So this person, Josh, and rather usefully puts his preferred pronouns in his Twitter title, and he says, "I don't hate on Benioff and Weiss. I don't think it's fair to not let characters grow and change over 8 seasons. But Daenerys going from calm and reasonable 2 episodes ago to lol mad queen is so stupid as to defy everything, even rule of cool. Tempted to skip finale." So Joshy there is seems to be instigating a bit of a boycott, which is I don't know, reminds me of some other behaviour. We've a lot of people were sort of, you know, we gave them down the banks for suggesting they do a boycott, but now now people seem to be suggesting the same for Game of Thrones. Very interesting. And who else have we got? Let's have a look at it's Chucky Wendy, our old friend Chucky. He's always got something positive to say. And Chucky's assessment was rather short and to the point, and surprisingly no expletives. But Chucky says, "This show really hates women, doesn't it?" Well, Chucky, just because a female is not portrayed in the perfect light and happens to have flaws or shows different sides to a character doesn't mean they hate women. And his second comment, Game of Thrones really misread the cultural moment. Well, Chucky, let me see. It is a fantasy series, not based on any specific time period or even the world we live in, so why it shouldn't feel the need to reflect the cultural moment, I don't know. Some would say people watch things like Game of Thrones to escape the cultural moment and all the politics and so on. But Chucky, as we know, he's a bastion for feminism and also for pushing his politics. I'm sure your books are delight to read, Chucky. So, okay, so that's just a sample of some of the reactions. I'm sure you've seen much more of the outrage online. So let me bring this back to my perfect movie, The Last Jedi, and let's have a look at maybe a different way of handling a character and a character's development. So here we go, Luke Skywalker in A New Hope, and then through to Empire and Return of the Jedi, and we had some common themes: consistency, continuity. He was courageous, sympathetic, tenacious, but also he developed in what some would say is an arc. So he was restless, naive, and eager to begin with. Then he became curious, emotional, even afraid when he was in Dagobah. And then for Return of the Jedi, we saw a Luke which was in control, at peace, fearless and powerful. It was a true hero's journey and character arc. And then, obviously, I completed that by making him cynical, apathetic, cowardly and ignorant. So, just to confirm, man babies, 100% consistent. There we go. And maybe looking at it another way, we had original trilogy Luke, who never gave up. He was always positive. He would do anything for his friends. He sacrificed himself to save his father. And then we had the Last Jedi Luke, who's given up, just wants to die, not interested in his friends, and tried to kill his nephew, all because he had a bad dream. Again, man babies, I would say that is 100% consistent. I'm sure you all agree with that. And then, maybe just to round this off, because people are now obviously talking about Daenerys and questioning the way her character's been handled, and some are appreciative of showing a different side to a character and developing character, and others are not happy with how that's gone. So perhaps we should look at the guide to writing female characters from Ruin's perspective. And if we take, obviously, Rey as, I would say, probably the greatest character in any form of art, well, whether that be movies or books or indeed tales told around the campfires from years gone by. So let's look at the characteristics you should bear in mind when creating the perfect character. Game of Thrones, you might want to pay attention. So firstly, she should be invincible. She should be invulnerable. She should be flawless, of course. She should face no adversity whatsoever, no training required, no development, we don't want that, no arc, no, not at all. She starts with all these qualities and ends with all these qualities and doesn't deviate whatsoever, and no interest at all. And I would say it's 100% consistent. So some would say you can be consistent in a positive or negative way. Of course, Ruin, everything he does is positive. So, man babies, that's Ruin's little assessment there. I'd be very interested to know what you man babies think. Are you in the camp who thinks Daenerys' character has been well developed and the seeds were sown in the earlier episodes and seasons, or are you of the mind that it's a rather bizarre, late in the day turn of character, rather unexpected? And how would you compare that to Luke? Now, obviously, old Ruin, we know what he did with Luke. He killed him off. And before then, he absolutely ridiculed him, and Mark didn't like that. And obviously, a lot of people not happy. And now we're seeing some of the people who shut down those who didn't like the treatment of Luke are now complaining about the treatment of Daenerys. All I would say is, Ruin has noticed one or two female Star Wars fans saying they don't like the way I write female characters, that they shouldn't be flawless and invincible and invulnerable, and that I'm in fact not giving an adequate portrayal of a realistic female character. I have one thing to say to those female Star Wars fans who would make those points. You're all man babies. Now be gone, away with you, and I'll see you all later. Tiddly-o, bye-bye. Hercules-jerkly off. Go on now, bye-bye.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down. all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.